Greetings, my fellow unicorns. I'm Jolene. Welcome to Jolene Sparkles. Today we're going to continue our quest for world domination. No, just kidding. Actually, yeah, no, let's go take over the world. One factory at a time. So we're working on Factorio with Krastorio mod. Krastorio 2 mod to be specific. Oops. I did that thing again where I had my laptop going or my iPad going where I can hear the audio. And as soon as it kicked on, because remember there's a delay in the stream, it suddenly kicked on. I'm like, wait, why am I suddenly hearing myself again? Oopsies. Oh, that's a pretty good idea. Brittany thank you. But I'm going to put this outside of the way of the green screen. So can we just put that over here?
Sorry, baby.
Thank you. It's all good. Brittany's actually putting this table here for me because somebody who shall remain nameless keeps breaking keyboards from spilling crap all over them. So actually, there is still kind of a little. Well, that's fine for right now. Let's see, what is still in the way here? Oh, it's that thing. Okay. Sorry for a little bit of the noise. Brittany was helping with doing some organizing around the house and cleaning and stuff. So she's still doing a little bit of cleanup, and she had to have the window open because, walking around sweating and all that kind of stuff gets chilly in here. So that's why I'm wearing this. Anyway, all right. So let's dive into it, shall we? Looking for a game to capture, and there we go. I was able to work on the. Work on things after. Oops, that's a little loud. Let's lower that. There we go. I was able to work on some things after the stream, which is great. The Coke production over here, not that kind of Coke, for some reason had basically halted, and a lot of that was to do with the amount of coal that we had kind of coming down there was it kind of had slowed down. Where is it? It's I don't know where it is. It's over here somewhere. Oh, it looks like we're having some issues with this over here. I'll have to fix that next too. So yeah, the cook production had suddenly halted, and that's actually kind of what's going on here. You can see the fuel's basically out, and we're going to switch those over to electric furnaces in just a moment. I improved the glass. The glass was coming out really poorly before, so I had to kind of go through and bump that up a little bit because it just completely halted. And I added 2 more power plants, which are down over here. Because we were just starting to run a little bit low on power, I definitely had to add 1 more right off the bat. But I decided while I was at it, let's just add 2 more. Or 1 more on top of that, I should say. And oh my god, I have a milkshake, and I'm so happy about that. A cookies and cream milkshake. I mean, it's like the best milkshake in the world, so I'm so happy about that. And I gotta say, a lot of people complain about the reusable straws and stuff, but I gotta say, for a milkshake, reusable straws are amazing because when you're sucking on like one of those plastic straws, it suddenly collapses, and it doesn't matter how good the plastic straw is, they always collapse. But these don't do that. I mean, unless you've got really powerful lungs, then maybe you can collapse the aluminum, but I find it kind of unlikely. Anyway, so kind of diving into things a little bit, you can see that one side of our belt has completely halted, and that is because there is still this one issue with the belts, because it's only drawing on 1/2 of the belt. I don't know exactly which thing is doing it. I'm going to take a quick look here and see if we can figure out which thing is doing it. Ah, here we go. So you can see only half of the belt is being used because only that top part is actually going on to that half of the belt. Still haven't found the right solution for this. So if you have any suggestions on how to fix that, please, leave a comment or, or put a message in chat. Whichever thing works for you best. I'll have an email address published at some point in the future, so you can email me as well. But a comment on the YouTube video works just as well. So in the meantime, well, unfortunately, this just decided to, as soon as I was doing that, it decided to, well, start working again. So, yeah, what I was going to do was put a splitter here. And, well, there's a couple different ways you could do this. You could put a splitter here and then do that like that. This way, at least half of it kind of balances out that way. And if you really want, you could do another one of these like that. That's one way. You could do the one splitter route, which is where you do something like this. Put this here, put that one there. Actually, this one we'll just do going forward that way. And wait, how do I want to do this? Okay, actually we're going to do this like that. And then we're going to have this one kind of coming up and then like that. So it creates this weird little thing where basically it splits 50-50 and then they kind of put themselves back in there. This isn't perfect. It still does have its flaws, but you know, at least a little bit more of this will be utilized than before. Right off the bat, I'm seeing that we still have an issue with our iron production. We've actually fished out of all of our iron here. Fished out of? Fished out of. Why did I say fished out of? We've mined all of our iron here. So let's go ahead and let's get rid of some of these. We don't really need those at the moment. Yeah, we can probably get rid of that too. Yeah, definitely some cleanup will be needed here, but you know, it's not that critical right now. But I'm here, so you just got to go through some of this cleanup. This is just one of those things about growing your factory. You just have to, you know, you have to refine things and refactor things and rip temporary things out. And I'm sure there's some of you out there saying, well, if you did it perfect to begin with, then you wouldn't have to do that. Good luck with that. Let me know how it works out for you. And if you are able to make a perfect factory that works very great from day one, then please, I would love to see your factory, and especially, you know, kind of a time lapse of, you know, from beginning to end of how you're able to create a perfect factory that was perfect the entire time. It's not to say you can't do it. I mean, I'm sure that somebody could, you know, map out, plan out the perfect factory and actually pull that off. I think it would be rather impressive if somebody was able to do that. But guess what? I don't have that kind of time. Let's see. Yeah, this probably needs a little bit more cleanup here. Actually, no, let's just go ahead and tear the rest of this down because we're here. Why not? Yeah, that thing right there. We don't need the rest of that. That's okay. We can let our bots kind of come along and do the rest of the cleanup. I guess I will get rid of that splitter. I was initially thinking, do I really need to get rid of that splitter? Yeah, I guess I should. Okay, I guess we'll clean these up too because we're here. Oh, excuse me. We're going to leave that one there because of that light. Let's see here. I still haven't had a chance to install that plugin that will handle the modifying the LUT. It's funny because I, you know, remember this crap while I'm doing the stream, and you know, smart people would probably make a note of that. But yeah, we'll just leave that at that. All right, so you can see here that our iron is still pretty poor. We have this one that's going, you know, at a decent rate, but it's, you know, it's only pulling from these right here. Our main ones are pulling from these over here and a little bit further down, but the problem with that is that all of these require fuel, which we don't have connected there currently. So let's go ahead and fix this first. Had I actually seen this when I was working on this last night and the other day, I would have probably gone through and corrected this already, but well, this is the first I'm seeing of it. That's just one of those things that you never know. Like, you start the game up and suddenly something else starts being requested a little bit more heavily, and then it's got to go through and fix itself. Now, I didn't put that fast inserter here because I wanted to use a little bit less electricity, so you can see that the fast inserters are 46.7 kilowatts versus 13.6 kilowatts in the slower ones. And we put more in than we take out. So there's definitely a good reason to not, you know, waste those resources or, you know, waste that electricity so much. I mean, at a certain point of the game, it doesn't really matter as much because you are able to start producing electricity a lot more efficiently when you get up to nuclear power and, you know, all the additional types of power later on, like antimatter and all that kind of stuff. I am kind of curious what kind of fuel systems are going to be available in Industrial Revolution, which will be the mod that we'll be doing the community run with. I'm hoping to have some more information on Saturday about that. I don't know if we'll be kicking it off on Saturday. It's possible. But I'm going to do a little bit of research on setting up the server on... I mean, I have the server set up. I just have to, figure out what mods I want to have on there and, that kind of stuff. And hoping to have that set up. I'm probably going to work on that a little bit Friday night. And Brittany said she definitely has an interest in joining on the show. Hi, PJ. How are you doing tonight? I had a feeling you were there. My glitter sense told me that you were there in the chat. And I don't know, PJ, do you have any interest in joining in on this game? Obviously, if you and Amy Athena would have any interest in joining along, you'll be welcome to. The game is pretty cheap. It's like $30. Excuse me. But yeah, we're going to do a community project. The server will only be available during the hours that we are, that I'm, running the stream. It's possible we'll have some additional things later, but that's essentially what we'll be doing for this first level of the project. So you can see here, I'm just removing some of those fuel, putting the, bringing some of that coal in there because it's no longer needed. Why did I disconnect that? That was stupid. Let's try that again. And there we go. Okay, there we go. Now that will start splitting up both sides as well. Now we can start doing the exact same process on the other side. And this time, rather than doing it a little bit slower at a time, I'm just going to tear all these down one shot and do this a little bit smarter way. I know, what a shock. Doing things the smart way, that's impossible. Okay, so let's drop, just waiting for that thing to, okay, there we go. I didn't feel like waiting for my bots, I decided to get rid of it myself. But yeah, looking forward to trying out the Industrial Revolution mod again. I've checked it out in the past and it looked like it was pretty cool. But I just really didn't get that deep into it, but with the completely revamped version, I'm definitely looking forward to giving it a shot and seeing how it is. And I think doing this as a community kind of stream, I think would be a lot of fun too. Now, obviously, we won't have everybody in the chat, or you'll be able to communicate through the chat in game. It's not like I'll have people connected through the. They're not going to be on Hangout or anything like that. Maybe we can do some of that stuff in the future if there's somebody particular that we want to have on there. But it'll just be me and Brittany at first, and then maybe we'll expand it from there. We'll kind of see how it goes. But I did finally order a new microphone, and I ordered a new mic stand. Very excited about that. It should debut on Saturday. This mic is not going away. This mic is going to be used by Brittany after that. That's kind of the reason why I ended up getting the microphone as well. I bought the new mic stand, and I was like, all right, well, let's get that up and going. It arrived today. Took it out of the box, took a quick look at it. I'm like, okay, I'm so excited about this. This is awesome. And then I realized, oh, wait, I didn't really think too much about the mounting part of it. So, I could have just bought, I could have taken the shock, the little shock mount thing right here. I could have taken that off and put it on the new one. Potentially, I'm not even sure if these threads are the same, but I assume they are. They look the same. It looks like we're getting attacked by some biters. Let's go ahead and take them out. Get out a gun. Bye-bye. Put down a turret. Make sure they don't come back and mess with that area again. Oh yeah, that's actually another thing that I had fixed that I kind of forgot about was improving the little bit of the crushers here because they had they stopped processing or they just weren't. Oh yeah, that was part of fixing the sand. Or fixing the glass was that the sand was just not being produced fast enough. So I had to kind of improve that layout just a tiny bit. It looks a little bit messy right now, but that's only because I'm, kind of in the process of deprecating that old setup that we had. Actually, let's go ahead and clean some of this up just a tiny bit. I guess, oh wait, we will still kind of need that. There we go. Okay. Anyway, so after that mic showed up, or after realizing that about the mic stand, I figured, you know what? I've been planning on getting that new mic anyway, so screw it. Ordered it. Looking forward to it. It's the mic I've been wanting. It's the mic that I'm sure you've seen a lot of streamers, podcasters, whatever using. So it's pretty much the mic of choice. So that will debut on Saturday. Now what I'm doing is I'm just getting a little bit more, we'll fix that in a second. What I'm doing is I'm going to set up a little bit more mining here just to mine out that last little spot. But you can see that we have a mixture of both iron and stone. And the way we're going to deal with that is by having a splitter that will kind of filter those out. We'll filter the iron out. Let's see here. Okay. I said I was going to filter out the iron, end up filtering the stone. Whatever. As long as it's filtered, that's all I care about. But one thing I will do is I'm going to actually put this into a... Oh, here we go. Here's a loader. I'm going to put this directly into a storage box, and that will be available on the storage network, the logistics network. And the reason I'm doing this... Let's see. Actually, I'm going to make this go to this top one here. Only because that one doesn't have a lot going through it right now. But the reason I'm doing that is because it's a quick, easy way to deal with it. I could pipe it down to here, but that will eventually get backed up, and I want these just to kind of flow through as quickly and you know, just get these cleared out. There's not a lot of material in there. There's only like, you know, 20K total of material. Okay, so that's fixed. These should... Oh, looks like I forgot to select the recipe here. So let's go ahead and select those recipes. And there we go with that. And you can see I'm just doing a copy paste in place just to get the recipe set there. Because I didn't want to click into each menu and set it. And it's kind of a pain in the neck. Alright, so yeah, it looks like we're still a little bit low on our iron. I think that could be improved a little bit. But yeah, we'll go through and improve that a little bit further. Oh, what is that over here? It looks like there's some crap on... Did I mix some iron up here? Or some coal in there? Oh, that was the dead bug. Okay, from out here, it looked like there was like coal, like a little bit of coal just in part of the line. I'm like, what the hell happened there? But no, it's a dead bug. One could say that my conveyor belt is bugged. Okay, I'll see myself out. I really need a stupid, like, little button that I can hit that'll just make some stupid sound effect.
I keep telling you, you do.
I know.
And we need one for cowbell.
We need one for cowbell as well, you know, according to Brittany, and I totally agree with her.
As you said,
We don't agree on everything, but this one thing I agree on. I'm just kidding. We agree on a lot of things.
I'm not on your stream is because there's no cowbell.
Oh, so the... Oh,
Remember
see...
you said that.
See, now it makes sense. So Brittany's claiming the reason why she refuses to join my stream is because there's no cowbell. So, just for the record. You heard it here first. Breaking news. Anyway. Okay, just do a little bit of cleanup with this as well. We will have to add a lot more iron to this line. But that'll be easy to do. We'll just go down there and add a little bit more. We do have a bunch of iron here. We have some iron here. I think eventually our iron smelting setup will probably happen right about here. We're definitely going to have to get rid of this biter's nest. That's for sure. But yeah, I think we're going to kind of make this kind of our, you know, let's go ahead and add a tag right here. We'll just call it our iron smelting facility. And no, I'm not writing out that full phrase because I don't feel like it. But I'm just going to put that as kind of a... I wish you could increase the icon size for this. I wonder if there's a mod we can use for that. I'll have to look at that. But yeah, this will be our future iron smelters. Actually, we'll modify that to put future just to make sure. Future, 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 future. I was watching Venture Brothers the other night, so I kind of got that stuck in my head. Okay, there we go. Alright, so, let's see here. Trying to figure out where we want to go next. Oh, actually, here's another thing that I started working on that I didn't finish saying. I started working on the inserter mall, which is right here. So, well, it's more than started working on because I actually got it hooked up. Now there are a few, you'll notice that this thing right here is not connected. That's because we don't have this particular material yet. That's like a mid-game, mid to late game item. We don't have that yet. But as soon as we do, we will definitely connect that in there. That will be used for some of the late game inserters. We don't have those, obviously. But we do now have at least a mall of inserters being created, which is great because, yeah, it's really great to have. But now that these base ones are actually created, we'll tell it to create a little bit more of these only because we do tend to use a lot of inserters. And I mean a lot. Long inserters, I guess we'll tell it to create one more stack of those. And then I think these are good. Yeah, that should be good. Actually, so for the stack inserters, we'll tell it to create 2 more of those. You'll use those a lot in our train systems. And as far as our fast inserters go, I guess we'll actually just add 1 more on top of that. Cool. So let that kind of go through and keep churning away. See, we got our blue circuits kind of up and going, and I had to run those up here. I didn't put them all in the right place. I should have put it a little bit further down. That's why I kind of have this little like bend kind of coming up this way. So it's kind of like it's a weird bus. It's kind of going back directions. It's okay. Let's see here. Where do we want to go next? Oh yeah, and I was filling this lake in a little bit more. Just enough to allow us to kind of build a few more things in here. One of the next things we have to start working on will be our low density structures. Now, the low density structure, is it low density structures? Is that what it's called again? Let's see here. Yeah, low density structure. It's going to require copper, steel, and plastic. The plastic is part of our oil refineries up here. Steel's being produced down here. Now, of course, we can move these anywhere we want. But I think that probably up here is going to become a lot of our... this will probably... Oops. Ah, crap, I just dropped the... hold on a second. Crap, what did I just unplug? I'm sorry, hold on 1 second. Let me go AFK a second. I just have a power strip mounted to the bottom of my desk, and I accidentally kicked it because I had my feet under there, and I kicked it. So I'll be back in just 2 minutes. Let me fix this, because I might have unplugged something important. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I was kicking my feet around because I have the cutest slippers in the world on right now. I mean, come on, they're Care Bear slippers, but with the big, like, little, like, I kept doing this, like, because, I don't know, I'm just such a kid sometimes. But I was kicking up, and I accidentally hit the power strip that's mounted on the bottom of my desk. I do need a better setup for that. Yeah, the way that it's got those little keyholes in there, and then you put this, yeah, it holds onto the screw, but it doesn't hold in place very well. I gotta screw the screw in just a tiny bit more, so it's a little bit tighter, but whatever. Anyway, all right. Now that the window's closed, I think the window's closed at least. Now it's starting to get a little warmer in here, but yeah, I don't have a really correct thing on for the stream, but so at some point I'll have to change my, change out of this. And I'll have to AFK again, but for right now, I'll just go ahead and deal with it. Okay, let's get down to some business. So, this will probably end up being our oil kind of processing area, or at least our initial one. Oil processing takes a lot of room. So this will be kind of our first setup for it. We will branch out and create a better one later. We have this kind of train line. We'll probably come up through here, branch off, run across here. And I think this is how we're going to, oops, looks like we have a biter kind of coming in here. So let's go ahead and take them out while I'm looking at them. Bye-bye. And I think I'm actually just, even though we don't have any power over here, I'm going to drop one of these in place. You can see they're really poking around, seeing how they can get in past the defenses. That came from this nest over here. So we'll have to do a little bit of, probably have to, look, they're attacking over here too. All right, let's go ahead and take this one out because, yeah, you see I had to build this wall earlier because they were becoming a pain in the necks. So let's go ahead and drop, let's do this. Start taking this one out here. This way we can start doing all the things we need to do today. And it looks like I think we should, yep, we are in range to take out that. Oh, hi. Okay, I really should have built my wall out a little bit, but that's okay. There we go. Let's go ahead and I'm going to take out the spawner first. I really should have started hitting the spawner. Woo, hi, hi, hi. Ooh, they really hurt. It's a good thing I had some shields or else they would have really wrecked me. Yeah, you can see their evolution's now at a point that they are starting to do a good amount of damage. We're really going to need our rocket launcher sooner than later. And I think that might have to be something we're going to have to work on a little bit while we're up there working on our oil facility. Because you can see that they do seem to take a good number of hits, and yeah, they're just going to become even more bold over time. Wow, look at that. Yeah, you can see just throwing bullets in them and it does nothing. Remember initially, like, just throwing a couple, bullets in them, they would kill them pretty quickly. But, well, that was definitely one of the larger spawners, too. What do they call these? There's a specific name for that type. Well, those dropped easy. I don't know what's up with that. That's weird. Yeah, each of these types have like different names and stuff, and I kind of forget them offhand. I mean, you can click on it and it'll tell you. Like, these are big biters. Oh, how did I not know that? Big biter. Come on, it's not that hard of a name. Yeah, see, the big biters, they take a little bit more hits. But luckily I have those lasers and the turrets back here to kind of help take them out a bit. But luckily these will be easy because I don't even have to get that close to them. And yeah, I could probably get a little bit closer, but these worms will definitely spit and they throw that kind of acid at you, and it hurts. I don't have the shields yet to really kind of absorb that damage. You can see that they really did some serious damage to me before. They can really hurt, trust me. Wow, look at how many shots it takes to kill these damn things. I mean, yeah, I know range is a big part of it. If I were to get a little bit closer, we'd probably take them out a lot faster. But these also do have 2,500 hit points versus 950, so obviously those are going to drop a lot faster. But it's mostly I just don't feel like dealing with respawning and running all the way back out here and all that crap. So I'm just going to err on the side of caution and kind of stay back a little bit. Let's see. Let's try to get a little bit closer so it's a little tiny bit easier. Yeah, I guess the range doesn't make that big of a difference, but whatever. Okay, they're dead. At least that's all that matters. Oops. And those are pretty low level, so they should drop pretty quickly. Cool. All right, so we push those back a little bit more, which is great. Now we're going to have to push these back a little bit more, too. Oh, wow, getting attacked over here now, too. At least my lasers are messing them up pretty good, which is great. I guess we're going to drop one of the lasers up here, even though it'll probably still take out that laser, but at least it'll slow them down a bit. Put a little wall here just to kind of make it a little more difficult for them too. But yeah, you can see we're kind of getting attacked from multiple sides, and that's because of our pollution. I didn't even have to load it. I knew, ooh, excuse me. I knew exactly what it was. And you can see that as soon as the pollution starts hitting them, it starts to aggravate them. The more aggravated those biters are, the more they're going to want to come and turn us into lunch meat. That one right here was getting hit quite a bit, so it was hitting us quite a bit. And you can see that these two are definitely going to start to become a problem real fast. So let's go ahead and take them out before that becomes a problem. Then we'll have to come back and take those out as well. So we're going to have to do a little bit of biter duty, taking them out. I think we're also going to need to get our rocket launchers up and going sooner than later because, actually, you know what? Let's see if we can at least start producing some of the, are we getting attacked again? Oh, okay, good. Luckily, I built this wall here, so those get taken out pretty quickly. But let's see here. So we're going to need explosives for our rockets. So the rocket launcher itself is cheap. That's not a problem. The rockets themselves, iron plate, explosives, and green circuit. Pretty cheap. The explosives we don't currently manufacture. Let's see, what do we need for explosives? We need sulfur, which we're producing. We need coal, and we need water. My nose is all dry. I swear, I think I gotta switch foundations. Like, it's making my my nose itch really bad. I've been fine all day. As soon as I put face on, my nose starts to break out. Maybe I'll just not put foundation on my nose next time. Hi. I can hear Brittany in the background, like, laughing at me. Okay. She says nah, but she's really laughing at me. Hey, I would laugh at me if I wasn't me. Wait, I laugh at myself all the time. Never mind. Alright. So we're going to make a little temporary kind of setup. I know I say that so much. Here's a temporary setup. Here's a temporary setup. That's the reality of these games. Oh, speaking of these games, I saw, to be fair, I only read the headline. I didn't get a chance to read the actual article, but I did see an article talking about a lot of these industrial style games, like the building style games, are not tackling climate issue. This one does tackle a little bit because it does deal with, there is a little bit of pollution, but the reality is you don't have to deal with the pollution. You could choose to ignore it. But I think that these games really need to start, and I agree with them. I think it's a great point that these games really should start to automatic item retriever. Mark items on the ground. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. But yeah, like, I think that would be cool for these games to start to kind of address that, like specifically this game. Where the hell are the explosives? I know they're in here somewhere. Oh, did I not make them yet? Oh, maybe that's what it is. We have to, do we have to research it? Let's see here. Like, I could have sworn, yeah, we should have it. Yeah, we have regular explosives here, but why can I not find it? Oh, it's got to be made in a chemical factory. That's right. Anyway, but yeah, I happen to agree with him. I think these games should start to, address those issues. And it'd be interesting to see if they address it in the next version of this game with the DLC. So what we're going to do here is this temporary setup is just going to manufacture a little bit of explosives, just enough to kind of get us over that next hump of the game. And some of this we're going to manually bring around. I guess we will actually have to increase our sulfur production a little bit too, because that's just a little bit too little. We definitely need more of that. And let's see, we're going to need some petroleum here. Oh wait, that's going to be for water. Let's drop that right there. Cool. Oops. There we go. And your sulfur, and then we need to connect some water in here. I guess we'll just kind of do it like this. Yeah. And go like that. Actually, let's put these as Mark II belts. And then we'll put another one of these to kind of start grabbing some off of there. Since I already have a wooden chest on me, I'll just tell it to put it in there. And that should be enough to start collecting some for our explosives. Explosives do not crate very fast, or a little bit slow, so we will want to scale this out a little tiny bit. But I think for right now, this will be enough to kind of, oh, this isn't as bad as I thought. But I think it requires 2 per. Oh, no, it's 1 per. Okay, so that's cool. Good. So let's go ahead and actually produce our rocket launcher. And let's, how do we want to do this? I guess it's producing at a pretty good rate. So we'll drop this, we'll drop this into here. Drop that in an iron chest. Actually, no, we'll put this in a passive provider for now. And then we're going to want to put another one of these here. This will be for our rockets. We'll have to manually feed some of this now. Because for things like this, like, I'm not going to set up... Oh, wait, actually, we have these kind of coming down. Yeah, I guess we could do it this way. What I was going to say is I didn't feel like dealing with the logistics of bringing those, bringing iron all the way up here, but we already have iron here, so it's not that big of a deal. Oops, that's a bit wrong way. There we go. But luckily it's already here, so we don't have to go too far with it. We still need green circuits, so green circuits will be fed in manually for now. And once we have requester chests, we can just have, which we're going to be getting kind of soon, hopefully. Once we have requester chests, we'll be able to start having this fed in a little bit, just through the logistics network. And let's see, we're going to make this kind of go into another one of these, because we want to have these delivered to us via the logistics network. Let's go ahead and select the rockets here. Yes, we always want to have 200 on us, up to 400. To be honest with you, during hunting, we'll probably only have 100 on us, or 200 on us at any point. But let's drop, we're probably not going to keep using the, I guess actually let's get rid of the, these nanobots. We're really not going to keep using those anymore. I think they've served their purpose, but they are no longer required. Their services are no longer needed. Great thing is Logistics Network will continue to pick these up as they are finished producing and come drop them off to us. But we can grab some of these explosives out of here and create some of those manually at least. Once we have a good, stack of 200 of those, we'll go blow up a base. Because we can. That's why. Not that we really need a reason, but, That looks like we're out of sulfur again. So let's grab a bunch out of here. And we're going to drop that into, I guess we'll do this. Cool. There it goes. Now it'll start, it's a little bit manually fed, but it's at least not that hard to retrieve what we need out of it. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and put a little bit more in here. Let's see, did it drop off any green circuits to us? Not a lot, but yeah, that should be good. And that should produce a good amount for us. It looks like we need more green circuits, even though I just took them out of my inventory. Duh. There it goes. Okay. So while that is going, we can start talking a little bit about what we're going to do with our plastic setup. So we're going to build, we're going to have our train network kind of come up around this way. We're going to continue to expand it out. And once we have enough rockets, we'll go through and push all these biters back nice and far. This will be our initial kind of setup. We're going to need plastic here. We are producing steel down over here. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to produce the plastic up here. We'll have the train network. We'll build another station here. That will pick up the plastic, bring it down, drop it off to probably over here. And then we're also going to need, I think, what else do we need? Coal for plastic, which I think we have on the belt already. Yeah. Oh, wait, sorry, no. Wait, what am I thinking of? Oh, no, I was thinking of the low density structure. Sorry. No, I'm mixing things up a little bit. Okay. To produce the plastic, we need coal and petroleum gas, which we do not have the coal brought up. Oh, wait, we have coal right here. Good. So we can start producing plastic, which actually we are producing a little bit of plastic already. Okay, wait, so we don't have to do the trains yet. Sorry, I forgot we already produced a little bit of plastic. And we are bringing it, we don't have it on the network yet. Or not the network, the bus. But let's see, we have that kind of coming down here, here. Oh, no, we do. Okay. So let's see, we have plastic, which is one of the things that we need for a low density structure. And let's see here. Steel bar, copper plate. Cool. So we can just kind of bring that down this way and we'll be able to start producing this. We just have to kind of snake all this down there. Let's go ahead and upgrade these while we're here. We're obviously going to need to produce a lot more plastic. But for right now, we're just trying to get a basic setup going. Just enough so we can start producing some, just enough to start producing some of those yellow tech cards. Because we want enough to start getting our logistics network up and going. And this is more than just the personal logistics network, because trust me, it really does help a lot with your malls and stuff to not have to run every damn little thing over there. Especially when you're talking about building these rockets and such. It makes life a lot easier, trust me. Okay, just let our bots go ahead and do their thing there. Come on, catch up. There you go. Oh my god, they're so slow. Don't worry, the bots will get faster over time. Because we will do some research to upgrade them. So let's see, I'm just trying to figure out exactly how far down I need to go with this. Trying to keep these in line. Yep, that's good. Run that to about there. Same with this. Same with our green circuits. Same with our, was this quartz? I think it's quartz. There we go. Now we can run this all the way down. This one was not in the correct place. I had a feeling this was going to happen. That's okay. I kind of anticipated this. And I knew that we're going to have to move some things around in general just to kind of... This is just part of it. I mean, you know, I knew the setup I was doing was a little tiny bit messy in some of the areas. I didn't plan my bus out as well as I normally would because, I mean, let's face it, while you're on a stream trying to play, you know, it's a little bit harder to kind of sit there and really think about it and look at it because I have to keep talking or otherwise everybody's going to get bored and they're going to leave. So I have to make it interesting for them. I know, what a shock. Okay, so there we go with that. Cool. And those tech cards that we've been producing for a while will come in handy when we start working on our yellow tech cards as well. Wow, that was a messy setup. Ooh, didn't like that one, but okay, whatever. I mean, I really should have cleaned these out a little bit more off stream, but I just kind of forgot about it, to be honest with you. I really didn't plan this far ahead. I was just kind of focused on setting up that mall and kind of I mean, trust me, setting up that mall is going to be a huge help. Trust me. Trust me, I'm not a doctor. I don't know what that means. I've just been saying it forever. All right, so let's drop that there. I don't like how I put that one, but that's okay for right now. As we have more of those, we'll have to kind of figure out a better way to do that. Let's see. Yeah, sometimes it's kind of hard to figure out which direction things are going in. But as you can see, the easiest way, I mean, you can either zoom in really closely to try to see these little red lines going up and down through the, in between those stone, or you can just kind of hover over an underground and you can see the direction that the items are flowing. Some items are easier to figure out. Like, for example, that copper is a little bit easier to figure out than the stone, but then you can see, like, this green, you just can't, you have no idea which direction that's going. So that's when you kind of have to use the underground belt trick. Otherwise, you just have to guess and hope that you're right. And the way that this game goes, chances are you're probably not going to be right. So you're going to have to do it again anyway. So, oh, kind of like that. Yep, I had it wrong. See? Just what I was saying, and you get to witness it right seconds after I said it. And I can hear Brittany, I can feel Brittany laughing at me for way before she even started to actually laugh at me. That is a cute top, by the way. It is very cute on you. But I knew she was laughing at me.
I was
Laughing at me, not laughing with me. Laughing with me. She was laughing at me, not laughing with me, just to make sure that's clear.
It's funny because I actually was. I was laughing in my head and then it came out audibly.
See, I knew it. I knew she was laughing at
You
me.
did. You called it.
I did call
You
it.
know your girlfriend.
I do. See, I knew it. I knew it. Okay, we need a lot more of these chemical factories, or these chemical plants. And it's not something that we currently have being produced, but I'll have to automate that at some point. That should be something I'll have to, I'm going to make a note for myself to do that next time. Hold on. And I know there was something else I said that I was going to write down and make a note of, and I forgot it already. Maybe Brittany remembers.
What am I remembering?
She didn't remember.
I didn't even hear you.
I was wondering if you remembered what I said, because I don't.
Oh no, I just said maybe Brittany remembers. I wasn't listening.
Yeah. No, you didn't say that. I said that. Yeah. Yeah. She literally just repeated the thing back to me. Anyway, I'm just giving her crap because I can. No, not that I would ever do that. Alright, so let's see here. We have to put another one of those. You can see we have a little bit of a unbalanced setup here, and that's because we only have these chemical plants on one side, which means the items are being dropped on one side. We have this filter in place, so, the coal's not going past this, but, it's not going on both sides of it, so we'll put that there, and then you can see that it's now starting to balance it out, but it's doing a 50-50 split, so is this perfect? No, but it does work. It does work enough to kind of make this belt a little bit more even. If you only have one item in that belt, you want to make sure that both sides of it are filled, because it just means more items going through that you can process and work with. All right, so let's see. We're moving our plastic down. Okay, there we go. And I think we'll set up our... Yeah, we'll set up over here. I think this is probably where we're going to set... Actually, no, we want to leave a little bit of room for malls. So, yeah, I think this is a good amount of room. So, yeah, we're going to start setting up our low-density structures here. Let's see here. Let's drop this down. And because I don't remember the exact materials that I needed again... let's see here. Copper, steel, and plastic. So let's first run up the plastic. Oh, wait, let's see how many of each of these we need. So it'll kind of give us a little bit of an idea of what we need to run down there. So 10 copper plate, 2 steel, 5 plastic bars. Huh. I was looking to see if I had a blueprint for this. I don't have a blueprint for it directly. So we're just going to kind of make something up with it. We're going to obviously want to run copper as its own separate belt, meaning both sides of the copper belt will have copper on it. And then the other side will be, or the other conveyor belt will be, half of it will be steel and the other half will be plastic. I think that should be good. But I am going to take one more look to see if I do have one. I don't remember 100% if this is a standard setup or not. think it's the same recipe that's used in vanilla. But I'm looking to see if I have a blueprint for this because I'm trying to remember exactly what I used to use for this. I really got to clean up my blueprints book. I got a lot of crap I don't use anymore. Mall good. Okay. I don't even know where I got that one from, but alright. Yeah, I don't think I have one specifically for low density structure. Okay, not that big of a deal. I mean, it's a pretty simple recipe. You know, it's pretty damn simple. So don't have to go too overboard with it. Now I could run it like this, which would mean that I can have like a fast inserter here, and then I can have a long inserter pulling from the other side, or we can have fast inserter and we can have it being pulled from the other side. Well, actually, you know, we're going to leave this like this because we'll be using a long inserter. The long inserter will take the end product, drop it on this remote belt, and then we will have a fast inserter, which we'll pull from here. This will be our, we can say it's our copper. And then we're going to put another fast inserter on this side, and that one is going to be used for our steel and our plastic. So let's actually bring this up a little tiny bit. Didn't mean to bring that down all the way yet. Okay, so let's first connect in our, well, let's see, depends on whether it's plastic or steel. Depends on which one is there first. It doesn't matter which one you pull from which side, as long as both of them are on that conveyor belt. It looks like we got plastic here. That should have come all the way through now. I don't know why it didn't. Oh, I see why. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Let's go ahead and fix that, because that's kind of stupid. I don't know exactly why I have that like that right now. Yeah, that doesn't really actually make sense. Let's remove this underground. Put that there like that. And then we can, there we go. Now we have a splitter acting as a merger. You can already see the right side of the belt starting to fill up. Coming down, coming down. Should keep coming down. And it's going to kind of break off here. Go to the left. And then you'll see that we have another splitter here to bring it down towards the bottom, but that's okay because it's still going to end up using that same, you know, top half. So that bottom half won't be used as much, but at least it's filling up the belt. It's the only thing that matters right now. But let's go ahead and run down our plastic at the same time. And that is going to be for plastic right here. Running this down, running it down. As you can see, we have a lot of room here for the belts. We just haven't run all those items down here because we just don't need them down here just yet. I think that's going to be, that's another thing I'm going to write down. Fill out my bus. Fill out bus. All right. So yeah, let's get our plastic going here. Feeding plastic up, perfect. And we're going to need some copper, so we'll run our copper over here. And then steel, and we'll be able to get a little bit of low density structure going, and then we'll set up our yellow circuit production directly, or excuse me, yellow tech card production directly next door to it. I don't know how much space we actually need to leave here, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave that much, just one. There we go. And I think that, now this one's going to be used for steel. Where do we have steel kind of coming through? Ah, here we go. I guess let's just run our steel down now, since it's already here. Tell our bots get rid of that. And I don't remember which direction this goes. There we go. I would have picked the wrong direction, so it's a good thing I put my mouse over that to figure it out. See, it's a lot easier when it's things like plastic or there's nothing running on it. What a shock. Of course it would be easier to figure out which direction the belt runs when there's nothing on the belt. Alright, so let's connect Oh yeah, this one's going to be for, let's see, how do I want to do this? Okay, I guess I'll make this one the steel. Because we haven't finished running that copper one down yet. Let's see if we can, yep, there we go. I wasn't sure if I had put both sides here yet, so I was going to say, let's see if we can race up there before the items get up there. Don't have to race, they don't go that fast, not on this, until we get the green belts, that's when they'll go that fast. But for right now, they, oops, actually this is going to be for copper, sorry. Didn't mean to run that all the way down. There we go. Now we're going to have to get some power going here. Let's see here. Guess we could just do that. No, I'm actually going to run it out here a little bit. This way it gives us enough room to connect these things. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you know what? I did this backwards. Sorry, I messed that up. Copper was supposed to be on its own separate belt, and then this was supposed to be plastic and... Ah, crap. I mixed that up. How do we want to fix this? Ah, crap. I can't believe I did that. Alright. This isn't that bad to fix. It'll just take a minute to fix it. For some reason, I had it totally backwards in my mind. I was like, oh yeah, you know, copper right here, you know, need a lot more plastic. Nope. It was the copper we need a lot more of. And basically what I'm going to do is just let this thing flush itself out. I'm going to put a break in here. And then we're going to turn this thing on, let it start processing it. And while we go through and do the cleanup on it, so this way it does, process a little bit, uses what's on that belt, and then we can kind of go through and clean that up. There, oops. Thought it was, there we go. And there we go. Okay, let that start processing. And low density structure will actually kind of come the opposite direction. I ran that the wrong way. There we go. And that should start going ahead and producing it. And before I start to let this thing start flushing out, I'm actually gonna, I'm gonna bring that down a little bit, make it consistent. I'll let the other sides also go through and start producing. And these will just naturally clean themselves out. Well, once I go down and fix the other end, they will, but for right now, they're going to keep doing that. And you can see, unfortunately, this stuff takes a really long time to produce. 20 seconds for each of these, so we're going to need a lot of them. This crap is really slow to produce. Trust me, you're going to end up with really big building sections for those. And now that it should have enough to start, yeah, you can see it's already starting to flush it out. Good. Now we can do this right. So we'll make this one right here. We're gonna actually have to, yeah, let's come down here, get rid of that, and then we can connect this here. Once that's connected, then we can connect this back in, and that's okay that it has kind of mixed on there. It'll eventually flush itself out. And let's see here, we already have copper going through there, so this one will become our steel. Our steel is down there. And the exact same thing that we did before, we're going to let it naturally flush itself out. I mean, it is possible that it might stall, and if it does, that's okay. We'll just take some items off the belt. But as you can see, this side's already, or that side's almost flushed out. It's making progress. It probably will stall. That's okay. Let's go ahead and put a couple more of these up here. And then that should be enough to start producing enough that we can start working on our yellow signs, which we're going to put directly next door. So let's get that going. And you can see it's a much larger production here. Oh, and okay, I'm kind of kicking myself for that because I already started producing. I didn't realize that I should have looked at this mall beforehand. Not mall, but I should have looked at this blueprint beforehand because it already has the low density already built into it. I could have saved myself a lot of time, but whatever. No big deal. We need this low density structures for other stuff anyway, so we're just going to kind of plop this next door. That's what she said.
Yes, it is.
So we'll drop that there. Let that start producing. These have built-in beacons as well. We don't have any research servers created yet, so we'll have to create those by hand. Let's go ahead and run. I guess we'll use one of these. There we go. I can't believe I did all that work for, yeah. Oh, well. This is what happens when you don't plan your stream very well. You're like, oh, don't worry, I got this. And you just kind of wing it. Not that I've ever done anything like that before. Never. All right. Well, that's all right, because, you know, we're still going to need this stuff anyway. So we're just going to let it produce and do its thing. And we'll just drop it into a little container here. And we'll just, we'll put a part of our logistics network. And trust me, we'll end up using it anyway. So I'm not too worried about it. It's okay. Let's give ourselves, well, let's actually, speaking of logistics network, let's bring our logistics network out a little bit further. There we go. And yeah, here we go. There we go. So now, and then we're gonna, you know, bring our roboports down to the other side. This way, we could have our bots do some work for us and have them come through and start doing some of this, setting some of this stuff up for us. Okay, yeah, I don't really like the position of this. Yeah, I guess we'll put it there. I was trying to put it on the other side of it, but then I would have to get rid of this, and then I would end up forgetting what's here. This is a little bit of an issue, because you can see we do not have blue belts yet. So that we also don't have green belts, so this becomes a complicated issue, because this particular belt, or this particular blueprint, is designed for a little bit later in the game when you actually have all these things. This is kind of an issue I ran into last time, where it did make my life really difficult because I ended up messing this up completely. You can see that it's alternating colors and kind of rotating them in. And it makes it really challenging to change these out because there are only 4 colors total. And if I change these blues to red, it's going to break. If I change them to yellow, it'll work, but then it'll mix it up with these. It becomes kind of a pain in the neck. So, let's see, when can we research our blue belts at least? Because if I can at least change those green belts to blue, that'll help. But we might not get our blue belts for a long enough period of time that this might be... let's see here. Can't search for blue belt because that's what they're literally not called. Oh wait, maybe we can hover over and it'll tell me. Express Underground Belt. Okay. Where are they? Oh, it's part of logistics. That's what it is. Yes, here we go. So for the blue belts, we need purple. So we cannot produce purple yet. Oh, wait, we can. But we need uranium for that. Okay. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the blue here with yellow. Let me think about this for a second. I'll replace the blue here with yellow, and then worry about the rest later, which is always a smart idea to put off and procrastinate, right? Yeah, I think if we just replace that blue with yellow, and then we can do all sorts of fun things later, I think that'll be okay. There's probably a reason that they have it in this particular configuration. Or, wait a minute. What if I were to... Oh, actually, you know what? There's another way we can do this. You know what? I'm going to leave all these in place. Oh, there's a biter biting me. You bastard. Okay. There's a madness to my method here, and I think I see what we're gonna do. If we leave these in place and we don't modify those, what's gonna end up happening is the materials will come up, they'll skip over this particular one right here. This research server will be able to actually produce it. It'll go to the next one that will produce it. This one, and only some of them will produce. And then once we get the next level of belts, the next set will start to produce. These yellows are going to be kind of an interesting. I don't know how those are going to play in. Let's see. The red and the yellow will connect in. Okay. Maybe this is okay. Yeah, we got biters. They're doing all right. Biters are becoming a little bit of a pain in the neck again. What a shock! But we are producing some missiles to go introduce them to them. I have a feeling they don't want to be introduced to our missiles, but we're going to go say hi to them with the missiles anyway. Okay, they're rockets, whatever. Let's see how many of those we have produced, and then we can go blow some of them up. Let's go up here. Here we go. As long as we have about a good 200, that'll be enough. Oh, wow, we did not produce a lot of those. A lot less than I was expecting. And I don't know why this is. Looks like we need to grab some more coal. Okay, let's grab some of that. We don't really have it. Yeah. We're gonna have to connect this better later. But I think that's probably gonna be something. Yeah, as soon as we get the logistics network up and going, then we'll be able to do that a little bit easier. But there we go. That's enough for right now. I could probably grab it off there, but I'm just too lazy to deal with that right this moment. There we go. Okay. So I'll keep producing those at least. But, yeah, I guess, 185. That's good. Good for right now. We could probably grab, oh yeah, we produce a bunch of that. We're just waiting on the missiles themselves, which are running a little bit slow, but we can actually handcraft those. They do handcraft pretty quick. I don't know why this thing ran so slow creating those. Alright, whatever. Who cares? Cool. Let's go blow up some biters. Off to kill the biters. Okay, let's see here. I still do want to get my wall set up going. Kind of like what I did last time. Just really useful to be able to have a place that you could run back to if you're starting to get a little bit overwhelmed. Let's grab some walls, top ourselves off on that one. And we need a turret. Oh, wait, do we have any turrets on us? We don't. Am I producing turrets by... they're attacking us again. Oh, they were attacking one of the pipes. Of course they were. That's probably not going to auto-repair. Yeah, I'm going to have to go over here and repair it. Let's see here. Oh, it's because it destroyed it. Thank you. Yeah. Did it actually destroy it? It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, it did destroy it. Okay. They're just going to keep attacking those pipes because that's what they do. Alright. Build a couple turrets by hand. Oh wait, we're producing all those. Okay. So let's do the thing that's the stupidest idea ever and just go running in guns blazing. Actually, I think we can do this. I don't really think we need the wall to run back to. I think that we have enough to see. We have a good amount of room. Oh, wow. Okay, maybe this was a bad idea. Well, we have a little bit of a space to run to, but the problem is that we don't... as soon as we get back down there, they're going to be respawned. Now, obviously, these do not have the range. The good thing is that it doesn't take as many missiles to kill these, which is good. Well, to kill the spawners, at least. These guys are still kind of rough to kill. Now, of course, we get better rockets later. We can get things that do more damage, or, you know, make the rockets do more damage. You know, there's upgrades and such, but... Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit slow. I mean, we gotta, you know, it's still faster in the way we were doing it before. So I'm not complaining too much. Yeah, I guess I didn't really need to run back there, but that's okay. There's also some laser defense things that we can get. Personal laser defenses. I find them particularly useful. Now, the great thing is about rockets, if you hit them in the right spot, you can actually end up taking out multiple at once. That is, if you have things set up correctly, which I did not have my bindings right, I would have actually thrown some grenades at them. But, yeah, some of these, I mean, you can see that, I mean, compared to that last nest we took out, it, you know, we did it a lot faster. We can definitely throw some grenades at these and take out multiple at once. The reason I don't use the grenades more... I got this one piece of hair in my face. The reason I don't use the grenades more often is because they have a really short range. I mean, of course, grenades are going to have less of a range than rockets. I mean, usually you can throw grenades a little bit less than you can throw a rocket. Well, not you throw rockets, but you know what I mean. But, yeah, this way they don't get too close to you, but, you know, you can see that the grenades do a good amount of damage, but if you have spitters, they will make your life very, very difficult. Because as soon as you get snared, you're pretty screwed. Oop, a little too close. There we go. Excellent. And we don't have to get that close to these. We can just kind of kill them from afar. Now, obviously, if I just had a sentry gun, I wouldn't go through all the effort of, like, setting up a wall and all that stuff at this stage. I mean, I can kill them... you know, just as fast. But you see, we killed out that nest. We took them out pretty quickly. You know, we're still producing a bunch of rockets. I'm going to just let it keep going because, let's face it, we go through those rockets pretty fast. And let's see if we can take out another base or two here. Great thing about grenades, too, is that they will take down the forest as well. You can see how much they just, like, completely annihilate the forest. Which is a great way to, you know, clear out a forest pretty quickly. There's another great way, which involves nuclear weapons, but I hear that's generally frowned upon by the UN and the, you know, EPA and stuff. Maybe Brittany knows more about that.
About what?
Do you know if nuclear weapons are generally discouraged from being used to tear down forests?
Yes. Generally discouraged.
She says yes, generally discouraged. But she did use the word generally. So that gives me an out.
I would say something, but I can't say it on your stream.
Yes, thank you. She's about to say naughty things. And I'm sure it involves with things that rhyme with cucumber. Inside joke. Oh, I guess I didn't have to get that close to him. I'm just trying to take out that last spawner there. And then we can just kind of sit back and snipe it. There we go. Yeah, as soon as we get the research that we need, ooh, see that slime? You get stuck in it, it takes serious damage, and it slows you down, and yeah, it does serious damage to you. It makes life difficult. Super cereal. Let our bots go through, churn some of that stuff up, and I didn't realize I was full there. Guess let's get rid of some of this crap that we have on us that we don't really need right now. Guess we'll get rid of that. Let our bots kind of come through and do some work with that. And while this is going through... Oh yeah, I wanted to take a look to see if I could find that damn shovel, I swear. It's so much easier to dig up that creep with the shovel, but I can't. I just cannot seem to find it. I don't know what happened to it. It was in there, and then like suddenly, just after 1.1, I think it was, it just disappeared. Or it might have been the 1.1 beta, and then it just disappeared. But I heard some rumors that Krastorio 2, the main developer for it, is walking away from it. And, but apparently there's somebody from the community that's going to be taking over. They're just taking over because they're just moving on to other games. Very common thing that happens. I mean, let's face it, Krastorio's been around for a couple years. I think a couple years. It's been around for a long enough period of time that, you know, it's just it's time when it's, you know, it's time for a changing of the guard. It happens with games and mods and stuff, you know. It's not like mod developers are getting paid or anything. If they were getting paid, I tell you that they would stick around a lot longer. Yeah, cool. So we pushed them back. That's good. And we have a little bit more breathing room here and here. We're going to have to take those out. Taking a look at our pollution map, you can see up here we're having a little bit of an issue. We're going to have to take those out at some point as well. But let's see if we can at least get our yellow signs up and produced. If we can get yellow signs done, then I think that will be good for tonight's stream. I do have a project I need to work on tonight, so I cannot, I can't stick around later than I would like to, but I have a project I need to finish up tonight. So actually, come to think of, yeah, well, okay, let's see if we can at least get our yellow tech cards up and going. If we can get those up and going, I think that'll be good. Crap, this does not tell us what is used for what. Damn it. This is one thing that does annoy me with some of these recipes, is that it's difficult to figure out exactly what you know, these loaders are not labeled properly. Would be nice if they were, but they're not. So we're just going to have to kind of go through and figure out what these are supposed to be. Let's see, that one's plastic. I mean, we can figure it out. It's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of annoying. Okay, copper goes in here. That's easy. So let's bring some copper down. Yeah, we're going to run into a little bit of issues with that oil, but that's okay. Okay, yes, this is copper. Good. Making sure that was correct. And this one's going to be our plastic. Luckily, this will be pretty easy just to run through there and kind of get set up. And then we'll do a little bit of research, try to at least get our logistics network up and going, if those will produce quick enough. If not, yeah, I mean, we still got to actually connect it in there, but that's okay. I just really want to get logistics network completed for this session, because I think that will be huge. Now, of course, there is, you know, I did mention the community project, which, you know, I don't know which day we're going to start that. It is possible we might start that on Saturday. I don't know yet. I need to talk to Brittany and see what her schedule's like this weekend. But it's possible that we might start that on Saturday. Of course, it depends on how much I get set up with the server on Friday. I mean, we're going to do kind of a soft launch, which means that we'll be doing the launch kind of on the stream, but it's not going to be community in the sense where other people will be able to join us for the first game. But the following week it would be. It is possible that we might switch days. So Factorio would be on Saturdays and Dyson's Sphere program would be on Wednesday. We'll kind of have to see. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. I unfortunately don't have the time right now to add a third stream. I really was hoping so, but I have this really big project that's due soon. So I have to finish that up. But possibly in another month I'll be able to add a third day. But yeah, so we'll kind of see how it goes, and I will definitely keep everybody posted. Just keep an eye on Twitch and YouTube, and you'll see the day that you'll see the schedule up there. I mean, if you're looking for a specific day with a specific game, my schedule's usually pretty up to date. But with this community project, it is definitely possible that it might be a last minute change. So you'll just have to tune in and find out. But for the most part, I'm trying to keep my schedule up to date and valid. But things happen. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But I just think it would be a lot of fun to have additional people kind of join in and be able to have a little bit of say on what's going on and how we're building things and how we're setting things up. And I don't know. I just think that would be pretty fascinating. And I'm sure other people would agree with that. I'm not sure if there's any other streamers who have done this, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe they have. I just haven't really looked for it. It's just something I was chatting with my manager about, and it just seemed like it'd be kind of a cool thing to do. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I mean, I'm also hoping Friday night that me and Brittany could do like a little game to kind of warm ourselves up and kind of get her back into the swing of things with this game. I had her play a little bit of Factorio. She hasn't played a ton, so she's still a little bit green about it. Okay, I was trying to be nice about it, but she's very green on it, but I was trying to be nice. But yeah, she's a very new player, but that's okay, because, it'll be about, kind of teaching her how to play it. And by teaching her, I'm also going to be teaching you all. So it's a win-win, isn't it? I just think it's a really cool, fun way to do this. And it'll actually be a great way to do this because I think that by, let's see, let's make sure I get this kind of connected correctly. Because if I don't get this connected correctly, we could be in a little bit of a world of hurt. This is an issue. Crap, I forgot that these snake back this way. This is why they're alternating it this way, because they can actually have them kind of interweaving each other. But, so kind of coming up this direction is fine. That was easy. It's going the other direction that's the problem. And I think that we will have to change one of the colors, unfortunately. And that's because this green one right here, and I'm just kind of going through each one of these, and I think we're going to have to change green to red. Crap. That's going to be an issue. I don't know how the heck we're going to do that. Because I can't just change this green to red, because you'll see that conflict. I can't just change to... damn. This is kind of a problem. Huh. Because let's see, this will be our... We need blue, we need that, we need that. It is possible that we might not be able to do this session, actually, come to think of it. Because I think I might need to do a little bit of kind of sitting around and kind of thinking about the best way to do this. And to be honest with you, I think it might be a little bit too much dead air. The other thing I could do is I could... well, let's see, what do we need for... Well, we know the purple logistics is going to take a little bit to get to, because in order to get to the next level of logistics, we have to unlock purple. Well, we've unlocked purple, but we haven't started producing purple, and we're going to need uranium in order to do purple. So let's see here. And to get uranium up and going, it's going to take a little while as well, but we have everything else for the most part. But this particular blueprint is kind of an issue because of the way that these are separated. And that's because of this kind of interweaving, which is really slick. But it would have been really nice had they kept this consistent, because it's really difficult to be able to do this now. And let's see if we go to red, and then I'm just Sorry, I know this isn't very exciting right now. I'm just trying to see if there's going to be a good way to fix this right now, and there might not be a good way to fix this. I might have to, because we also do need to run the rocket fuel down, and I don't have rocket fuel we're producing rocket fuel. Let's see, maybe we can do kind of a temporary setup with this. Yeah, I think what we might have to do is we might have to do a temporary setup. So, all that stuff that we did produce, I think we still might have to go ahead with that. And, okay, well, you know what, to be honest with you, it's 8:30. I typically run my stream for about an hour and a half. Hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on how, chatty people are in chat. And tonight, people are pretty quiet, except for PJ saying hi. Not a lot of people on right now, but that's okay. It's during the week, it's pretty hit or miss. But please do me a favor, like, subscribe, do all the things. Let's go over to my main screen here. But yeah, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, share it around. If you're on Twitch, please follow me. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe and click the bell for notifications and such. And I will be back on Saturday at 7 p.m. Sorry, brain. I'll be back on Saturday at 7 p.m. and we'll either be playing Dyson Sphere program or we'll be playing Factorio with our new community support or community setup. Now, if we are going to do the community version, I'm not entirely sure where that's going to leave this game yet. I don't know. So I'm still doing a little bit of thinking about that. I am possibly thinking about still working on this one, but doing it as kind of working on it a little bit here and there, and then just releasing it as smaller videos. So there'll be more kind of similar to what I'm doing here, but just kind of break it down a little bit shorter. So it'll be like, hey, I'm working on this, working on that, and be like a 20-minute video. So that is possible as well, instead of adding a third day. I don't know. I guess you just have to hang out and wait and see. But please, if you have any ideas, suggestions, or thoughts on this, please definitely comment down below. It'd be much appreciated. And please share it around. It helps me so much. But thank you so much, and I will catch you on Saturday. Bye, my unicorns! Bye.